A frustrating watch for us on the sidelines. I guess the same for you.
In the dugout, Steve.
Bad for you.
No, do you know what? We just said to the boys, we just said, look, let's just face up to the facts. You keep asking me, Steve, about a top 5 finish, and I always put you off, but the fact is, it's not happening. And the fact is, the reasons it's not happening, you just got to look at our against column. Now, I know we've only conceded 1 today. The work rate was there, but it's silly errors constantly, and it's costing us. This is the first team I've had since I've been at Antwerp, bar when I first took over.
Yeah.
That if we're a goal up, 2 goals up, I know we weren't today. I still worry. With the teams we've had before, we've had a little bit more experience, but you pick your players, so it's my fault. But today, it's credit to Met Police. We said to them the exact formation they would play. We watched them twice. We watched them at Westfield, and we watched them on Saturday against Corinthians. They played well against Corinthians. We knew they were going to frustrate us like they did, and they got their tactics spot on. We told them what their tactics would be. I don't think they got past the halfway line very often.
No.
Then we slipped. We've made a mistake. They've capitalised on it. So fair play to Met. Both times we've played them, they've made it difficult for us, and we've took 1 point out of 6, and they've had 4 out of us. So congratulations to Met, because I think strategy-wise they got it right. But I thought we lacked a little bit of quality today. Of course, it's a boggy pitch. But it's the mistakes that are killing us.
It was just that one mistake, wasn't it?
One mistake, but they've got in a couple of times at the end, in the last couple of minutes, where obviously we're going to try and get the equaliser. But I felt it for a long time, all season. In fact, I think the only clean sheet we've kept this season was against Binfield. So we have to score 3 goals.
Yeah.
That's how it's becoming. So. I think top 5 talk's got to stop, Steve. I know people are keen and this, that, the other, but I've said to you off camera what I feel, and I think it's proven today. You know how worried I was before the game when you're missing Guy and George, and that's no excuse because other teams miss players. But when you're taking out your 2 more experienced players, you're left with very young players. That's not blaming them at all. It's just lapses of concentration.
At the other end of the pitch, I've lost track of how many corners we had. Does it frustrate you that we aren't scoring from these set pieces?
Predominantly, we're quite a good set piece team, but again, I think you've got to credit the opposition. Chipstead, I thought defended set pieces brilliantly for 60 minutes. That we've nicked 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
What was the last game we had? Ashford. I think we scored 3 set pieces there. We're not going to score 3 set pieces a game, but to be fair to Met, I thought they defended their box extremely well. And I think if you're Met Police, they're going to say that their game plan and how brave they were in that box and attacking headers, defensive headers. I thought they've done extremely well, defended their box well. So again, full credit to Met, but we're not where we need to be. We've got to look at our own house. We've got to stop these stupid mistakes. It's every single week. If it's not from our goalkeepers, it's from the back 4, back 5, whatever you want to call it. So we do work in it on training, but as personnel, I think we need George back. If I'm honest, I think we need another experienced centre half. Yeah. But with the same work rate, because I've actually blamed some of the goals this season on how lazy our attackers are closing down. But I think our attackers have worked a lot harder, and as a result, the scorelines conceded goals have been a lot less. I thought the work rate was there today in terms of closing down. I've got no problem with how they went to the game in terms of the attitude and application. We just didn't have enough.
Well, honest assessment as ever, Simon.
I'd also like to say you did interview me at Ashford.
Yeah.
And I've come out moaning about decisions earlier on in the season and not having a rubber to green. Ashford, I don't know if we deserved to win. I thought we got away with that, and I thought in the last 10 minutes things went our way. So I think it's important to be honest as well in terms of that. So we've played Chipstead, Ashford, and Met in the last 3. And I think about 6 points is probably about right.
Yeah. Well, next week we've got Binfield, who've had a tawdry season so far. It's one we can't afford to slip up at.
Oh, we slipped everywhere else, Steve. It's the truth. I've just talked to them in there. We went through all the teams, and no disrespect to them. All the ones in the bottom third of the league, we can't beat. And if you add up all those points, we'd be where we need to be, but we cannot. We can't. So we most certainly won't be taking Binfield lightly. And I think if they look at the results, they'll come here optimistic.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this time next week we'll have that smile back.
Yeah, you're not getting one today.
Cheers, son.
Happy New Year.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Happy New Year.